Look alive, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for the NFL Week 8 Pick'em Show Breakdown Extravaganza Meeting of the Minds, Brain Trust, Brain Dump, Picks of the Week. JBonez is here. I am here, a.k.a. We're here to talk Week 8 football. If you're watching LSU, get absolutely run out of the building. You can watch us then because we're way more entertaining. Well, I don't know. It's pretty entertaining to watch Brian Kelly lose hysterically just week after week after week. Although he is 20-1 in night games at LSU. So, JBonez, football.
Future Penn State head coach.
Hot take. Okay, last week, this is what we do on this show. We go back to the tape. We go look at our mistakes. We do not make the same mistakes twice most of the time. So, without further ado, JBonez, do we have anything to say about last week, which was an 8-6 week? So
solid. I'm going to apologize now. I'm going to probably make the same mistake we made last week. I didn't learn. The Denver Broncos could throw me down the stairs, and I tell the police I tripped. So, a little preview it. Something to come later. I will say this though: this season, NFC teams are 26-12 against the spread against AFC teams. So, if you need a little bit of a tether, NFC is twice as good as the NFC. No, I said the same thing. NFC is twice as good as the AFC.
That seems like a turning of the tide, though, because usually the AFC, everybody's talking about the quarterbacks in the AFC. Well, the problem is now that all those teams are paying their quarterbacks,
bingo,
they don't have the requisite resources to compete with the NFC teams who really don't have a lot of good quarterbacks, and they can pay all their other players. So we're seeing a philosophical shift in the paradigm of how to win in the NFL. And I'm Pat McAfeeing my hands for those of you who can't see. Nobody's going to kick a field goal for $500K on this show. I can tell you that right now.
Did you see the guy today?
Oh, my. Kicked it to the moon.
If he's not on a roster tomorrow, NFL executives are slacking.
I love that Pat McAfee did this to be like, kicking's hard. See, not everybody can do it. And then it's turned into him like flipping the narrative, because now everybody's booting 40-yard field goals through the uprights and into the down through the quad and up through the gymnasium. And he's just
not
shelling
a good time for the brand.
No, but the thing is he's flipped it. He's very savvy and being like, look at all this money I'm giving away. I'm doing it for the people. And it's like, no, well, really, you started on this quest to show people not everybody can make field goals, and now a lot of people trotting out there just booting them into the student union, So, but anywho.
Well, you'll be happy to know the Pat McAfee's a diva stories are back in the circulation this week.
I've seen that. I've seen said stories and how he's not here. They're at an impasse.
Giving away his own money.
Right. He's got such a big following that he can't lose, because if ESPN kicks him out, same old ESPN, they're losing all their talent. And if he stays, he looks like a rebel, So what a move by him. Savvy move. I respect him. He's still a coward for blocking us, but I respect him.
That could have been a fat finger. We still don't know the story until he looks you in the eyes and says blocked and the Dikembe Mutombo.
True. It could have been somebody on the ad man that, But anyways, we go back to the tape. We have to go back, look at our past so that history does not repeat itself. And we start last week in London, where
bust.
Oh my God.
Bust. Dude. You asked the question on your show at some point. I saw it. Yes.
At some point.
Bust.
Gotta be.
The whole draft stinks. COVID ruined quarterbacks for 3 years. 2020 draft trash. Justin Fields is maybe the worst quarterback in the history of the NFL.
But which is just hilarious. Spin zone. Turns out Tyrod Taylor's hurt. Jets should trade for Shedeur Sanders. That's the rumor we need to get going. Come on. Shedeur in New York.
Okay.
Seems that's the route we're going to go. Or Joe Flacco. Trade for Joe Flacco.
I think they tried that.
Bring back Broadway Joe.
Justin Fields was 4-2 as a Steelers quarterback. Aaron Rodgers 4-2 as Steelers quarterback. As Jets quarterback, stinky.
Fair point. I love the Danny Dimes in New York was like terrible, and now he's flourishing in Indianapolis. Baker was it Baker? Yeah, the Panthers. So Sam Darnold
Arnold.
was in New York. Terrible. Now look at him, So, but Jags got absolutely housed by the Rams and Matt Stafford, who threw for like 130 yards and 5 touchdowns.
With no Puka.
No Puka. He was throwing to first-round rookies who I've never – and I watch a lot of football who've never even heard of. But the Jags, 35-7, that was a – we thought the defense. Little did we know. McVay.
We thought Puka was out. All right. I mean, that was it. We didn't trust. We didn't trust. So, oh well.
Well,
moving on.
Yeah. The other thing is that actually I don't even know what I was going to say. We trusted the Jags defense, and the Rams ran like 13 person. Like McVay put him in a blender. He put him in a blender because he ran 3 tight ends and 1 running back like 70% of the time in the first half. So, the next game we picked. This actually should have been a cover. Damn it. Saints lost by, what is that, 12? They were plus 5.5 at the Bears. Spencer Rattler kind of dug him in a hole. So,
yeah. Don't trust the Saints outdoors on the list.
Yeah. And the Bears.
We'll have a whole book by the end of the season of rules.
The Bears are just, if they get ahead, they can win. If they get behind by 7 to 10 points, they will lose based off of what we've seen. Next one.
4-2 last year, too. How'd that work out?
That's a great point.
Has Ben Johnson added any value? They're exactly where they were 12 months ago.
Don't tell the media that. The next one up we picked was Browns minus 2.5 against the Dolphins. That was the easy. There's really nothing else to talk about. That was an absolute massacre. Then followed that up with a Chiefs over the Raiders. That was easy too. Then revenge game for Carson Wentz, Vikings against the Eagles. Eagles minus 2.5. Easy, good, right
Never
there.
doubt.
Never a doubt. We picked the Jets because we thought we were going to get some Tyrod magic late. Turns out the Panthers actually are turning this Sunday game against the Bills in must-see TV. They're 4-3, 1 game back in the NFC South. Let's go. We picked the Jets plus 1.5 against the Panthers. Should have trusted. We picked the Titans in the revenge spot against Vrabel. They looked good in the first half, and then Drake May happened. So, Broncos, we picked them minus 6.5 against the Giants. I don't know what to do with the Giants. They suck, or the Broncos. They're infuriating.
We'll get there. I have takes.
Love it. We took the Chargers minus 1.5 against the Colts, and the Colts blew their doors off. Then we got hot. We took Cardinals with Jacoby plus 6.5 against the Packers. Packers should have lost that game. Then we took the Cowboys over the Commanders plus 2.5. That was hot. We took the Niners Sunday night to beat the Falcons by 3.5. Bingo. Christian McCaffrey and crew. And then we took the Lions minus 4.5 over the Bucks. Then we took the Seahawks minus 3.5. So we ended up rattling off 5 in a row there to get to 8-6. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
What do we call? So, okay. I'm losing it. We're losing it here. That's pretty good. We were 24-10 in favor of the – golly, dude, how bad is the Texans offense?
I don't know. I think I want to talk about Seattle's that was a wild game.
Very wild.
Another example of a team not being able to finish a drive, get that last final yard. Only one team in the league knows how to get that final yard on 3rds and 1s and 4ths and 1s and 4th and goals from the 1.
That has really illuminated that issue with a lot of teams. Because you watch it now, you know, there's a play out there that can get you 1 yard. Oh my gosh, he shanked it. What an idiot. But anyways. Okay. Everybody who's listening to the podcast, we appreciate the podcast. If you are listening while you're driving, pull over for the next 45 minutes and take notes. I don't care where you're going. Doesn't matter. If you're listening to this in the morning before the games, you're making pancakes, stop making pancakes, get out your notepad, and first of all, subscribe to the show, review the show, rate the show. But here we go. We're going to talk about Week 8. We're off and running on Thursday night. We took
You know,
we
I
took
said
Vikings.
Chargers to myself, and I did the old reverse because we have not yet won a Thursday night game.
We have not.
We haven't put in games. We have.
Yeah. Well, we have to talk. We have to converse. This was, I full disclosure, before you sent me Vikings, I opened it up and I just clicked. I was like, I got to get something in. Boom, click the Chargers. No thought, just first one. You text me. I was like, he's got it. He's got a hunch. I've been terrible picking Thursday nights, so we took the Vikings plus 3.5. Carson Wentz is dead somewhere. He is moving with. He looks like the chick from The Nightmare Before Halloween, where she has to like sew her arms back on after she jumps off the tower and stuff. So, but
Did you see
anywho,
JJ McCarthy on the sidelines?
what happened?
This ankle injury. There was a situation where Carson took off running and barreled into the sidelines, and JJ did a very athletic move to get up and over the action coming at his legs. That ankle, I don't know, looked pretty good there. Huh?
Well, the thing is, he was the emergency quarterback, which means the medical staff cleared him to play. That's what that means. That means he's good to go if he needs to be. So I think they
Well,
should
yeah,
have
but
played.
an ankle is, you could be good to go, but not want to risk it. We got an extended break now. I'd be shocked if he's not the quarterback. If he's not the quarterback next week, bust.
Yes, him and Trevor Lawrence. BMO's here. He says everybody is on the pass this week, letdown week. Browns outright. He doesn't fool.
No, I don't know where he gets his information.
He doesn't
but
fool anyone.
That's wrong.
He is trying to convince himself that if they lose, it's okay, but he wants to be right if he picks the Browns, so he's right either way. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to protect. Is Mike Tomlin the secret guest picker for Thursday games? He does
500 maybe.
He does have a losing record on Thursday night, so the narrative that he doesn't have a losing record is false. So Chargers win 37-10, but I still watch that game and I'm like, I guess getting Joe Alt back was a big help for the Chargers.
Yeah, but Mekhi Becton went right out immediately.
Yeah, it's true.
They couldn't run the ball. I don't know where the running game that we saw on Thursday night was on Sunday. Those two teams were. I don't get it. Quentin Johnson didn't have a single target either, which is wild.
That is
he had
very
13
wild.
2 weeks ago. They didn't throw the ball to him one time on Thursday.
I don't know.
I was never a doubter.
I think the Chargers have given up on the deep ball because they don't trust their offensive line to stay healthy enough. So everything's just intermediate.
Well, yeah.
That new tight end, Gadsden, I mean, he's got like
him.
50 targets in the last 2 weeks.
Well, I told you last week. 2 weeks ago, they changed the offense. They got the ball out of Herbert's hands a lot quicker. So they were on to something. I thought they'd be on to it against the Colts. That thing got out of hand too quick. They kept the fight up, though, I guess. I mean, it should shock us the Chargers won on Thursday, but I really thought the Vikings could run the ball. They're another team where it was like a close game, but they only had like 6 runs at halftime. I don't know. I don't know. KOC. I thought he was better than that.
I thought he was too. That's the biggest shock. Is like he looked just completely flummoxed.
Like John Gruden said it though. I saw a clip right before kickoff. You can't trust Thursday night games. They're a crapshoot. He literally said they're a crapshoot.
Well,
the Vikings are traveling across the country. Like we should have.
But this is the first.
Who's this Thursday's game?
This is the first one that hasn't been an upset in like a month. Like all the other ones have been upsets, and it wasn't division.
True.
So.
Oh my God, Baltimore, Miami.
Yes. Next week. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Pencil us in for Baltimore if Lamar's back.
I was going to say Lamar's. Well, if the Ravens didn't piss him off, now he might sit out the rest of the year. Because they made him they told everybody he was a full participant in practice, and then.
The NFL was a little jealous of the NBA's gambling scandal. So
that whole thing, like you can't tell me they couldn't release that in June or July.
Oh
or
no,
August.
they knew what they were doing.
Oh, I mean,
it gets buried on a Friday afternoon if they do it in June.
Yeah. The day after opening. What do you say? What happened?
Chauncey Billups went to his federal court hearing, came out and did some, chatter. What would you expect a millionaire to wear to court?
A suit?
Yeah, good guess. He was wearing a Clutch Sport hoodie. I don't know if that was a little like, hey, LeBron, save me here.
Oh, I see what you're saying here.
The other
I
guy
like that.
involved in it was LeBron's buddy from the Lakers. I mean, there's a dotted line here. I mean, he wants to be MJ so bad. We know MJ got suspended for a year because he was a gambler,
I like that. That's hot.
allegedly.
It's hot. Well, you know what they should do? They should make Chauncey Billups go play AAA baseball
That's it.
for a year.
Actually, Terry Rozier.
Terry
Scary
Rozier, yeah.
Terry.
Send him to the Charlotte Knights. Let's go.
That's it.
Matchup number 1. Speaking of the Dolphins, Sunday, 1:00. Dolphins at Falcons. The Falcons are favored by 7.5. Michael Penix, highly unlikely to play.
He's out.
Kirk Cousins. I mean, it's a Cousins game, baby. We got Kirk Cousins and the Falcons at 3-3. The sad hoodie-wearing Mike McDaniels-led Dolphins, who aren't doing anything right. Tua can't see over the line of scrimmage. If the Dolphins want to win this game, they'll run the football like the 49ers did 700 times. And if the Falcons want to win this game, they will find ways to get Bijan the ball. I mean, because you can pretty much do anything you want against the Miami Dolphins. I think this is, oh my gosh, 7.5 is a lot for 2.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Let's spook you.
Sold.
Miami is the worst run defense in football.
Oh,
Bijan
baby.
at home is the best running back in football. All right. I think what we saw on Sunday Night Football probably should tell us a lot about a lot of things. The fact that the Falcons went up and down the field against the Bills probably means the Bills. 49ers, we knew they had a good defense. We had the 49ers last week, so it wasn't a surprise to us. Falcons coming all the way across the country, exposed on national TV, go back home, go back where they have that sexy Bijan camera capturing all his cuts and spins and everything else. And if that's not enough, we get the backup quarterback juice. So what happens when you have backup quarterback? Teams run the ball. Just so happens Bijan's the best running back in football. Falcons minus 7.5. And they can't fire McDaniel because they play on Thursday. So they're going to get squashed. Lamar's going to come back. They're going to get squashed. And maybe on Friday we see the news of McDaniel out.
Wow.
And then in 2 weeks we get the interim coach bump.
Man, the AFC stinks outside of New England and Buffalo. Well, Buffalo, hey, look, Buffalo this week. We'll talk about that game, man. Okay. That makes me feel good. I like that. Next game, Falcons minus 7.5. Next game,
value play.
The Bears. We locked this. You see, this was blurred. You can't see it if you're listening to the podcast, but you see, this was already bulleted in because JBonez sent me a message, and it was the Tyler Huntley tweet because Lamar Jackson's out, where the Ravens were favored by 6.5. The Bears are plus 6.5. It's in Baltimore. The Ravens are starting Tyler Huntley, Snoop Huntley. The Bears are probably going to run it 400 times. And actually, the Ravens should probably run it 400 times. So Lamar's out. The Ravens made him mad because they listed him as a full participant. Apparently, that means, hey, he's good to go. And Lamar is one of these guys who was his own agent, correct? So nobody puts Lamar in a corner. His mother, there you go. Nobody puts Lamar in a corner, but it looks like Bears plus 6.5. It went all you two. I don't know what happened. You said it went down significantly.
Yeah, it's at 1.5 now.
Whew.
2.5 now. So it's bouncing back a little bit. Listen, I had a whole rant ready to go about how we're going to take the Ravens minus 6.5 and not be afraid of the spread. You know, it was the first playoff game we're going to this year. Lamar's back, the kitchen sink. Right now, the Ravens, or before this news, were co-favorites to win the NFC North at plus 140. They're 1-5, but they've literally played the hardest schedule to date. The number 1 toughest defense is the number 2 toughest offenses. Everything was like, okay, we're back. Ravens going to play some Ravens football and sneak their way back into the playoffs. However, now we have to step back and look at who the Ravens are putting on the field tomorrow. This is the same team we've seen the last 3 weeks that have attributed to having the number 31 turnover margin in football. They turn the ball over too much. Just so happens that the Bears are number 1 in turnover margin. So a perfect recipe, turn the ball over, benefit the Bears. Here we go. Now, if you want to get a little bit nervous, Ravens did pull the ping pong tables out of the locker room.
Saw that.
Edmonds and Edwards from the Bears trolled it a little bit on a Bears post on Instagram this week, so they're making a joke of it. You look at this number without Lamar, you kind of think the Bears should probably be favored. So if they're going to give us +6, we're going to take it and say thank you.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Don't have to worry anything about Caleb Williams at all. Ben Johnson is smart enough. Win the turnover margin.
He's a vet at this point. We can't have the worrying about guys when they're a year and a half into the league.
Yeah, but I just think Ben Johnson is working around the ineptitude of Caleb Williams to throw the ball in a timely manner. He is running the football down people's throats and saying, just don't turn it over, which he doesn't. Caleb Williams does not turn the ball over. So,
you know who I'm doing? I'm Ben Johnson.
You're Ben Johnsoning?
Did you see it? All he does is sit there. He just clicks the whole time.
Yeah, because he's trying not to show any emotion on his face on national television whenever his quarterback drops back, misses the first and second read, and then starts running around like he's back at USC. Bears +6.5 against the Ravens. Okay. Is this GOTW? This seems like game of the decade for the Panthers. This is GOTD for sure for the Panthers. The Panthers are +7.5 against the visiting Buffalo Bills. McDermott has not lost off of a bye, I don't think. There's some record to that. Okay, there you go. And the Panthers have not lost yet at home. Now, is Bryce Young playing? I don't know. I can't remember if I've seen that he's playing or not. Do you know?
Well, let's look it up.
Well, let's look it up. But there is a chance. I think he got diagnosed with a high ankle sprain. So if not, Andy Dalton will be starting.
It's still in.
The Panthers are in a bit of a. This could be the Panthers trying to be smart. Revenge game for the punter, Sam Martin, our guy. Okay, Smoney. Bills let him go. Panthers signed him. He came home. Now is the time to shine. And reigning NFC Special Teams Player of the Week, Sam Martin. Don't forget it. The Bills, #1 rushing offense in football. Panthers defense actually pretty stingy against the run, from what I've seen. So this seems like it could be the Josh Allen. If we get a Josh Allen game, this would be the most likely candidate in the early season for a Josh Allen game. Panthers are +7.5 here. They're 3-0 at home. Are we crazy? Am I crazy?
So I think, you talk the Bills running game. Great. Panthers are #3.
Mm-hmm.
And they're facing the #31 run defense in the Bills. And now they're getting 2 guys back that were suspended, right? Larry Ogunjobi, Michael Hocht. They're really depth guys, They're not going to get in over Ed Oliver or Greg Rizzo. So it's not like they're going to show up and all of a sudden they become a decent run defense. I think what we also have in play here is a spot where the Bills are looking ahead to next week's game against the Chiefs. So last time we saw the Bills, what did the Falcons do? Run the ball. And I think that that's probably where, Canales' game plan is going to be, especially with a backup quarterback. Run the ball. Additionally, when you look Josh Allen have the ball in his hands, he's clearly a step below what he was as MVP last year, despite what the odds tell you. He's not what he was last year.
No.
However, a lot of this struggle has come when pressured. 48% completion percentage when pressured versus 76% when not. And Carolina is dead last in pressure rate, only getting pressure on 25% of the snaps. So, if it's ever a time for Josh Allen to shine, this is it. However, maybe they don't bring everything, pull a little back. We're looking at a 24-10 game and the Panthers sneak one at the end, get a little backdoor cover. 48% of the yards the Bills defense has allowed have come on the ground, and 19.1% of the runs the Bills have allowed have gone for double digits. So they get gashed. It's not pretty when the other team wants to run the ball. They pretty much can at will. They also allow the highest yards after contact, 4.2, and guess what? Rico Dowdle averages 3.8. So it's like even when they have it covered up, they still get more yards. Core 10 in here. Run the ball. Panthers are going to run the ball. I think they can at least cover the 7.5. I know the spread doesn't matter, but you get at least 2 or 3 a week. I think it's maybe one of the opportunities for a spread to matter. Bills get out, stay healthy. Big game next week for Chiefs.
I love this. I love picking the Panthers to cover the 7.5. I think when you're sitting here looking at the stats and you're like, the Panthers run the ball well. They keep they are fourth in time of possession, and they have a stout run defense. So this
They know who they
combination,
are.
the combination of they can run it, keep the ball away, they can stop you from running, which is what the Bills want to do. So this will fall on Josh Allen. So I'm calling this is the who are you Josh Allen game. Are you last year Josh Allen? Or who am I, Derek Zoolander? I'm more than a football player, Josh Allen game. Okay. Josh Allen's going to try to be
We're
showing off for
26
Sam.
minutes in, and we haven't mentioned it's National Tight End Day.
Well, have we covered a team yet that has a tight end? I guess Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Kincaid.
We did mention
TD
Gadsden.
parlay's ready.
Yeah, tight end. Okay.
Well, that was Thursday. It doesn't count. Tomorrow, National Tight End Day.
I love the Panthers. I love the Panthers plus 7.5. It's phenomenal.
And hey, if they win, everyone wins.
Expensive ticket too. I mean, this $183 going to this game. Let's go. There's going to be half Bills fans. Okay. 1:00. The New York Football Jets. The owner comes out and basically says, "This quarterback stinks. I wouldn't play him if I was the coach." Okay, bench him. Tyrod Taylor, you're the starter. Not so fast, my friend. He's hurt. Now we got to put in the guy that they basically threw under the bus. Justin Fields is back to starting. They're on the road at the Cincinnati Bengals, and the hot Joe Flacco leading that absolutely liquid magma Bengals offense, who, if things go their way, could only be one game out of the AFC North race if the Packers beat the Steelers Sunday night. And
with
here
a
we
tiebreaker
go.
in hand.
They are -6.5. The Bengals are 6.5-point favorites hosting the New York Jets. Is this as simple as we think it is? I think so.
Yeah, because there's another piece of information we have to add to confirm how simple this is. Sauce Gardner's out. Okay. Nothing standing in the way of that Joe Flacco, Jamar Chase slant train that we saw start 10 days ago.
Sauce Gardner's out?
Yeah. Sauce Gardner's out. Garrett Wilson's out. I mean,
is Breece Hall out?
Justin Fields.
I saw he
might be out too, or if not trade bait. So, don't get him killed.
I saw he was questionable, Breece Hall. So we're not going to speculate on the availability of players, but
Justin Fields stinks. I had a friend who basically said Justin Fields is the equivalent of you playing Madden and not knowing what the play is and just trying to figure it out on the fly. He just doesn't know where it's got. He's the first quarterback since 1950, first starting quarterback in 1950 to have 0 interceptions and 0 wins. So
that
he
is
stinks.
so weird.
He stinks.
What a bizarre.
His security blanket ain't there. He stinks. They have no. And I just want to say no team goes winless in the NFL. Every team gets a win. This is their chance. But we said it last week. Oh, the Panthers, they don't beat the Panthers, not going to win this year. Well, we can't show up now today and say we're going to take the Jets, take the Bengals, watch Jamar Chase feast tomorrow, get your props in, and just enjoy the ride.
This is the game for the Bengals where they got the new quarterback. They won last week, and it's like, haha. They win this game and they get back to 500 again. They can literally, and if the Steelers lose, this is a turn your season, turning of the tide. You start to have hope again game for the Bengals fans. So they're going to be rocking up there. I think Hendrickson's going to try to play too, from what I've seen.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Joe Flacco. Did you see Joe Flacco's quote, by the way? Said he used to feel bad for the guy who was
yeah.
sitting alone in the bar. Joe Flacco, man. Good for him. Okay. Sunday, 1:00. The Houston Texans coming off their fresh, massive offensive performance up in the Northwest. DJ Stroud and company. No Nico Collins. No Christian Kirk. One of the, if not the best defense in football. They host none other than the rambling, the bumbling, the stumbling, the absolute wagon that is the NFC West leading San Francisco 49ers, second in the NFC, San Francisco 49ers at 5-2. Coming in, George Kittle's back. Pearsall's not playing. Purdy's been ruled out. Starting to get a little rumblings of Ayuk maybe coming back soon, opening his practice window. Malik Mustafa's back in the rotation. No Fred Warner, no Bosa. That's no Purdy, no Ayuk, no Pearsall. This team is winning on just collective grit, collective culture. Kyle Shanahan should be in the MVP and Coach of the Year candidate. San Francisco 49ers are underdogs slightly by half a point at the Houston Texans. What do we do here? I mean, I know
the
what
hell was that game out of Kittle last week?
Well,
Whole world excited he's back, putting him in their parlays, and he just non-factor.
In the passing game, yes. In the running game, if you notice, it opened up a lot more running lanes for Christian McCaffrey because George Kittle was noted and seen being able to block edge defenders by himself, which allows more double teams on the interior of the offensive line. 49ers, I can't remember what the percentage was, but the high percentage of their numbers rushing the football last year were between the tackles or last week. So,
as a team that can't get anyone healthy, with a running back who is, half piece of glass, it seems problematic to force the ball to Mr. McCaffrey as often as they do. If it was me, I'd be taking the Texans here. Texans are a good team. You want to see, you like to bellyache about how the quarterback's only as good as its targets. Well, I think you're going to see a good quarterback without targets tomorrow work his magic.
Who, CJ Stroud?
Yep. They're a top 10 team in DVOA. What is it, number 8? Sandwiched between Washington and Dallas. They're like a very good, efficient team. Their defense is so elite.
Unbelievable.
They're back at home. I think last week they kind of chickens with their heads cut off. Still in the game, still had a chance to win. 49ers have zero pass rush, so this offensive line can look actually pedestrian, probably.
Yeah.
It's a losable game for the 49ers. Texans kind of in a Texans are a playoff team. It's 2-4. Hello.
Yeah, their defense is so good. But this is the old head coach versus former coordinator. What is it? Grasshopper and Shanahan versus D'Amico. Saleh versus D'Amico. Niners. I don't care. We're doing it. This is a revenge game for me for D'Amico Ryans leaving and giving that piss-poor performance in the Super Bowl a few years ago. We're not doing it. The Texans can't run the ball. I don't care. But you're right.
Texans uniform game.
Is it? Is it their
those H-Towns?
Oh, man.
We got 2 more bigger uniform games coming up.
Love it.
Well, maybe 3, but that's a different story. We'll get to that later.
Niners plus half a point. Give it to us. Sunday, 1 o'clock. Cleveland Browns, fresh off their massive win against the Dolphins. Dylan Gabriel and crew. 7.5-point underdogs at everybody's darling team, New England Patriots. Drake May, MVP candidate Drake May. Vrabel, fresh off the revenge game. Is this another revenge game? This is the Belichick Bowl.
Belichick Bowl.
It is. The Browns, Patriots, Belichick Bowl. There you go. Where's the statue? Tribute video. Belichick going to the game? No. They lost today. Hilariously.
It's close.
Yes.
It's close.
Very close. Half-yard line. This seems like a trap.
No trap.
But, okay.
No
the Browns
trap.
offense is so
Second favorite game of the week.
Okay. I love it.
Number 1, Browns on the road. Auto fade. They're home. You want to take the defense? Fine. We'll take the defense. Take the points. Fine. They're on the road. The Browns found a little bit of success last week in a run game. And look who they're playing now, the Patriots, who shut down the run. So they're going to force Dylan Gabriel to play. Now, granted, the Patriots' pass defense isn't a whole lot to write home about. Dylan Gabriel stinks. I don't know how we haven't got to Shador yet. Dylan Gabriel isn't doing anything right. I mean, he's undersized. He's left-handed. Not great. You got a vulnerable pass defense. And if he doesn't look good tomorrow, probably moves to Shador. But let's focus on the Patriots and the darling you mentioned earlier. Drake May, number 2 in the league, passing against man coverage. Now who he has on the other side? It's the Browns. They play the most man coverage in all of football. So that's probably that. If quarterbacks are holding the ball against this Browns defense for more than 2.5 seconds, Browns shut it down. Only 5.3 yards per attempt. However, if the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands in less than 2.5 seconds, defense falls to 18th in completion rate, 30th in yards per attempt. You're talking about a matchup here. You want to call it the Belichick Bowl. The Browns haven't beat the Patriots in 15 years. Haven't won in New England since 1992. This is the first home game for the Patriots in a month. Check the boxes. Patriots blow them out. I'm going to put the Browns on a teaser tomorrow.
That is a very impressive stat about the man coverage because the Patriots do not have wide receivers that I would consider man beaters. Like just Stephon Diggs, maybe earlier in his career, yes. Kayshon Boutte out of nowhere. Demario Douglas, Mac Hollins, like these are not guys who scare you with blazing speed or overly shifty or tactical route runners. So that means
that's a quarterback.
That's
quarterback
what I'm saying.
Makes them man beaters.
That's right. Throw it when it's supposed to be thrown. When you have any separation in the NFL, get rid of the ball. Period. That's the issue with Caleb Williams. He doesn't do that. Vrabel was in Cleveland last year as an analyst. Ooh. Revenge game. I love a sneaky revenge game. Patriots minus 7.5. Next game, 1 o'clock. Last 1 o'clock game.
Giants. Kelly Greens.
Giants, Eagles. Eagles in the Kelly Green. Eagles 5-2. Giants 2-5. Coming off a brutal loss. The frat bros, Jackson Dart, Scattaboo, they cut the kicker who missed the kick. Missed the extra point. No A.J. Brown, so we won't have to listen to that. I mean, you're our Eagles guy. The Giants just come off a gut-wrenching loss that really kind of was theirs. They have the ridiculous schedule, by the way. They have the most ridiculous remaining schedule, the Giants do. Can the boys rally again and put up another good effort? I say no. I think this is ugly. I think this is a very ugly. Well, it's a revenge game for one because the Giants beat them a couple weeks ago. But is this a game where the Eagles?
Oh yeah, they're gonna level what happened a couple weeks ago on Thursday night in MetLife when they didn't really care to play and had key players sitting out. A.J. Brown out, sure, but it kind of I think takes some pressure off of forcing a guy the ball. Going through what they're going through now until they work out the kinks of this newer offense. I want to focus on defense, though. The Eagles' defense has only allowed 7 passing touchdowns, which is second best in the league. Meanwhile, opposing quarterbacks are completing just 59% with a passer rating of 80. That's the 4th lowest in the NFL, all despite here. You know the guys that the Eagles have played this year. These great passing stats. They're the other quarterbacks. Oh, no big deal. Just Dak Prescott, Patrick Mahomes, Matt Stafford, Baker Mayfield. It's your MVP leaderboard right now, and Vic Fangio has shut them down. Enter Jackson Dart, who we pointed out last week, the offense is actually less efficient than it was with Russell Wilson. So, this is just going to be, put him in a box, have fun, get a little revenge, and, turn the heat up just a bit on Brian Dable, who will be 2-6 tomorrow afternoon.
And will get worse because their schedule is brutal. Brutal. Birds, 7.5. This is going to be hilarious because if they run the ball for like 300 yards, the headlines are going to lose their mind. Is the Eagles offense better without A.J. Brown? Should they trade A.J.? Like you can see.
Oh yeah, that's the next headline. You're right. Spot on.
Here's my hot take. I think A.J. Brown sends a message to Sirianni and the team and it's like, "Hey guys, I'm going to send out a tweet. Watch this." I think it's all. I think it's all orchestrated. Like why would he say using me without using me? And I bet they put it up on the screen and everybody just starts busting out laughing in the Philly locker room because
he's smirking. He's doing karate with Cooper DeJean and practice. There's this element going on too where like the the person running with these stories, Diana Rossini, is married to an Eagles fan. I think there's like some kind of like weird cucking situation, some kind of like kink that they have where she just like screwing with him and his friends, where he's like, they're gonna trade AJ. And no, they're not. The dead cap is suicidal. It makes no sense for Howie Roseman, best GM in the sport, to just piss away a top 10 receiver for some garbage draft pick just to, make people happy. They're adults. They're gonna figure it out, win another Super Bowl.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there was something just came out that they just announced that they weren't trading.
Yeah, they're
AJ
not.
Brown. The Eagles are
They
not
never
expected
were.
to trade AJ Brown before the deadline, according to Adam Schefter. Like,
Yes.
if you believe
Yes.
that, and all these shows that throw that stuff around, they're idiots. They're just looking
$90
for
million cap hit. Where are they
plus.
putting that? Who's paying that?
I think they're messing with everybody. Like, look deeper. Like, this is hilarious. So, but anyways. Okay.
Brandon Graham's back.
Did see that. Brandon Graham is walking through that door.
Yeah. If nothing else, he could babysit Jalen Carter so he doesn't spit in anyone's face again.
Yes.
Big win. Big win. Which also is another funny thing. NFL reporters have no idea what's going on until it's actually official. But like, these speculations never make sense. I'm pretty sure BG told Good Morning Football last week that he wasn't going to be able to fulfill his obligations because going back to the league, and like some of them were kind of rumbling. But like, unretiring, I guess, takes a lot of paperwork, a couple days for approvals. So even if you want to do it on Monday, it's going to take till Wednesday for the paperwork to clear. And yet they still weren't saying anything factual until Wednesday, even though Monday he's probably recording his statements and telling the team I'm back. These reporters don't know. They know like 2 seconds before you know. Put it that way.
Right. And that what they don't care if they know. They just don't. They want credit. That's what they want.
Yep. Clicks.
They want everybody to be like, wow, you did such a great job getting that. It's one of my most frustrating
Today's
things.
Diana Rossini Athletic article, they used the tweet of AJ Brown, and the statement you just read was the tweet. And you go, ooh, let me see. And you click into it, you scroll and you scroll and you scroll, and there's news about the whole league. And then you get to the very end, and it's the same 10 words that were in the tweet, no actual, depth to it. It's just clickbait is all it is.
Well, and they get mad if you try to take any part of their where they, it's the velvet rope is up and nobody else can get in, and they don't want anybody else in because they want to be the ones that say, hey, look at us, we have all the connections. Tom Pelissero is one of the worst.
They're all like that. No, there's no Jeff Passan equivalent. They're all just like getting, it's who gets the wire report first. Adam Schefter pays a little extra to get it 30 seconds early.
Yeah.
He
like
doesn't
they're
know.
contractually
No
obligated to talk to these people. Like,
yeah.
NFL is obligated to talk to these people. So they just happen to be the person that's in that position. It has nothing to do with who they are. It's just they're there. Sunday, 4:05, NFC South Battle Royale. The Buccaneers, after a humiliating loss to the Lions, they travel to New Orleans to take on the Saints, who are 1-6, and the Saints are plus 5.5, just like they were last week. Fun stat that I heard: Baker Mayfield is 23-10 in games for the Buccaneers, not in primetime. In primetime games with the Bucs, he is 1-7. How about that? The new Kirk Cousins, some might say. Shout out
Interesting.
JBonez.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
So this 4 or 5 matchup here is a perfect. Baker throws for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns against a Saints defense that just got torched by the Bears. So I don't
know. I think the Saints are kind of getting close to that tank mode because they have to get a quarterback in the next draft. So, A for effort, but it may be a time to think about the future.
Yeah. I don't know.
Baker hates the Saints too. You see that?
Does he? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he said, I don't like them. They don't play clean. So he's got that like chip on his shoulder thing. He's kind of done the old Michael Jordan trick where you manufacture something to get out of bed in the morning. Saints stink. Bucks have won 5 of the last 6 matchups with the Saints. It's just kind of is what it is. A little bit of an ownership. Give me the Bucks.
Yeah, I think so. Man, the Saints stink. They're just
But they're like
bad.
chippy. But like we say that because they gave the Bills a hard time, but we just said the Bills stink. So hey, the
Yeah.
Buccaneers are a potential actual, contender here. NFC Championship game appearance kind of penciled in. Give me them.
I think what's people forget about is the Bucks defense is actually what is actually pretty good too. Like that's everybody talks about Baker and everything, but their defense is still very formidable with Todd Bowles at the helm. So you can't really run on them. They get after the quarterback really well. They're 7th in sacks. Um, they played a pretty brutal schedule. Like they played the Lions recently, the 49ers recently, they played the Eagles, so relatively you can't really run the ball against them. So the way you're going to have to beat the Bucks if you're the Saints this game is you're going to have to throw the ball. And guess who they have throwing the ball? Spencer Rattler. So
And they're coming off a loss
right.
in prime time.
And we just said
Hey, real quick,
Baker's
while I have this up, it's not going to change anything. I got 86% of the public on the 49ers, so Johnny Public over here riding with his team, and 82% with the Bills. So I love the Panthers even more.
Well, I'm not going to pick not pick the Niners. So I look again. I will come on here and say I was wrong, but this feels like a team of destiny right now. Everybody's saying that they're more money is rolling in on the Texans from what I've seen.
George Kittle better catch a freaking touchdown tomorrow. That's all I got to say.
What if he throws a touchdown?
Bullshit. Doesn't get us anything.
I think I saw a better that was like it's plus 5,000 if any tight end throws a touchdown tomorrow. That might
I
be
find
worth
that
something.
odd. That will be a sprinkle.
Yes, you have to. 425, the Dallas Cowboys going up against what we thought was a great defense in Denver and the Denver Broncos at home.
Stop it. I'm shutting you down right now.
Do it. Tell me.
They were in London 2 weeks ago, so naturally they slept a little bit in the first half. That's all it was. They realized, hey, we can win this game. They went and they won the game. All right, that's easy as that. I said it last week. This defense at home, you take them. We took them last week. They were a little sleepy from London. Cowboys on the road stink. And you want a little extra sauce? We got a throwback Broncos uniform game tomorrow.
I stole with the blue helmets, the powder blues, the Buck and Bronco.
Yeah, not powder, that royal blue with the orange helmet.
Royal blue.
Broncos have won 8 straight home games, and 7 of which were more than a touchdown. So put it together. If you need a little bit extra, Cowboys 85% of the public. This is the perfect ricochet spot. Yeah, people love the Cowboys. They see the offense. They see the light. Oh, CD's back. Pickens is good. This Broncos defense is going to show out tomorrow. They know what's coming in. They probably took the Giants for granted a little bit last week. This is going to make people nervous when they see what the Broncos have in store for the Cowboys tomorrow.
Oh, I like that. Man. I didn't know revenge game though. Javonte Williams.
He had a quote. He was like a guy. He was like, bless them. They're doing what they're doing. He doesn't. I don't know if he's up.
No, he does not. He doesn't strike me as a guy he's a running back. First of all, he's a wide receiver or somebody else like that. Yeah. But yeah, this is it is a fun matchup. Like this is a fun game because you've got this high flying offense from Dak, Dallas, and Pickens and CD, and they score on everybody and they put up 40 a game, and then you have the Broncos who score 33 points in the fourth quarter and so on and so forth. I think the Broncos just try to squeeze the life out of this game and just suck the air out of the football and just hold it and dink and dunk their way up and down the field. Like Sean Payton's too smart. Like he should not get in a track meet with the Cowboys.
You see him beefing with Russell Wilson on Twitter?
Oh my gosh, dude. That's come on. So, anyways, Broncos -3.5. Here we go. Sunday, 425. Also, game of the week. In AFC South, Donnybrook, the Indianapolis Stampeding Colts at 6-1. NFL best 6-1, right? Are they the only 6-1 team?
Yeah.
Crazy. They are 14.5-point favorites against the visiting Tennessee Titans and Cam Ward. I don't really know what to say about this game other than do we have the guts?
Yes.
Okay.
We saw this game like 2 weeks ago. Colts won by 21 in Tennessee. Hello. Don't be scared of that line. You know the Colts have had double-digit leads for 37% of the season so far.
Goodness gracious.
The first here's a fun one for you. Colts are the first team where you go preseason, you look at their preseason over-unders for win total. First team with a preseason win total of 7.5. So a bad team, right? Over-under for the season was 7.5. First team to come out and win 6 of their first 7 games since the 2022 New York Football Giants, led by Daniel Jones.
Whoa. Oh. That's all they punted like 8 times this year. It's the lowest anybody's ever punted through like.
Yeah, they're at home too. They're a wagon. Is what it is.
It's fun.
It is.
It's incredible. Like if you're a Colts fan, like this is the greatest year of your life. Better than the Peyton years. Better than the Andrew Luck years. You know why? Because it was a surprise. And I love it. It's incredible.
You know, you talk Colts record. Segue to the Packers. Do you know the Packers are in first place in the NFC despite 6 teams having more wins in the NFC?
It's the most maddening. And you watch the Packers play, and I'm like, that is not the best team in the NFC.
No, but they have that tie, and somehow the tie is better than a loss. Not 5 wins is better than 4 wins.
So not only are the Cowboys annoying because they're in every headline, they are now screwing up the seeding in the NFC because they're not good enough to beat the Packers. And that little Cowboys tie is ruining everything at the top. Can't stand it.
Yeah, they'll come for the Packers. Not tomorrow, though.
8:20, Sunday night, NBC. Chris Collinsworth. He's going to have the Jergens bottles. He is going to be, here's a guy in all night long. And Jergens bottle, double wristers, Jordan Love on one side, Aaron Rodgers on the other. Like normally he's only got one quarterback that he wants to talk about, but goodness gracious, he's going to be losing it. This is the only team that Aaron Rodgers hasn't beaten in the NFL is the Green Bay Packers.
Well, yeah.
So
he ain't going to beat them tomorrow.
You don't think so?
Number one, we got a uniform game that's an absolute eyesore, and whoever works for the Pittsburgh Steelers that picked Sunday night's game to bust out these ugly uniforms featuring way too much yellow against a team that wears primarily yellow should be put in jail. Additionally, whoever in the Packers saw the stupid move the Steelers made and decided to go with their whiteout uniforms, they pulled off a miracle. They should be a saint at this point. They are just, saving Sunday Night Football. But apparently Aaron Rodgers is a little peeved about these uniforms too, because he has this expectation to go out and light up the Packers, and the highlights are always going to be in these stupid uniforms now. So should have run that by A-Rod.
Dude,
I don't know. I think what's that?
What? Oh, I was going to say, did you see
something?
No, the guy, the offensive lineman who tackled him. That was.
Oh yeah, Brojo.
Is he mad is he more mad than when he was then? Because that was.
I think pretty similar. He gets weird mad about things. All right, so let's talk about this game. Steelers are 26 against the run. Just so happens the Packers are the second best running offense in football. So
but LaFleur's an idiot.
Into the scale for the Packers. He is an idiot. Mike Tomlin's not exactly a Mensa product either, though. So you talk about the most expensive defense in football that somehow just got lit up the last time we saw him on primetime television. The Steelers' issue is they blitz at the 4th highest rate. And it just so happens the Packers are one of the best teams in football when facing a blitz. And when the Steelers don't get the blitz, they don't get the pressure, 18th highest rate, and ranks 29th in EPA and 29th in success rate when they don't blitz. I talked about the Eagles defense, all the quarterbacks that they accumulate some great stats against. It's quite the opposite for the Steelers. All these bummer stats are against guys like Justin Fields, Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, Carson Wentz. So, of course, when they blitz, it's successful. But when they don't, they're just like such a Swiss cheese defense. Jordan Love's number 1 in success rate against the blitz. Number 1 in completion percentage against the blitz. Number 2 in expected yards per attempt against the blitz. He's not just efficient. Teams blitz Jordan Love, they make him pay. We saw him play 2 teams that blitz at a league high or above average rate. The Lions and Commanders, both times, lit them up. This is the Jordan Love game.
Oh.
Steelers, 80% of the bets. So give me the Packers. And plus, everyone's going to be like, oh, Dwight Tomlin, yeah, he doesn't lose 2 games in prime time. He doesn't lose at home in prime time.
I just don't want to pick Jordan Love. He's going to do something dumb. Him and LaFleur are going to do something dumb.
Fine. You can pick the Steelers or the 49ers. Can't pick both.
God.
Give me the Packers. I'm an owner.
Your points are sound. I agree. I just don't trust Jordan. I just never trust Jordan Love. I'm a hater for Jordan Love, I guess you would say. I'm not.
I get it.
LaFleur in big games is an idiot. But
this is a big game.
Yeah.
It's a regular season game. LaFleur is like a regular season merchant.
That's true. If it were playoff games, I would push harder for the Steelers. But you're right.
Yeah, I take the hook. That's literally they're just trying to beat you. Oh, you can like Tomlin plus 3.5. How you say no to that? Watch me.
How do you say no to that? It's if the Steelers get behind, they suck. That's how. Because they don't do anything to create turnovers because they can't pressure the quarterback. Oh, he's personal friends with Jordan Love. His son went to school with him or something. Is he talking about Chris Collinsworth? Emo? Last game. 8:15, Monday night. The Commanders without Jaden Daniels, I presume. They will have Terry McLaurin, and they will have Deebo Samuel back. They are 10.5 points. Do what?
But they won't have Jaden.
They won't have Jaden Daniels, exactly right. So they were 10.5 point underdogs in Kansas City. The Chiefs, I love the everybody's back on the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, and yet they are still not in the playoff picture.
Are they in the hunt?
They're not. Yeah, they're in the hunt. Like they're in the hunt graphic, but they're not in the playoffs.
Yeah, that damn pick 6 against the Jaguars is keeping them out, huh?
Yes, and hilariously so. But the Chiefs 10.5 point favorites. They, obviously Mahomes is playing outrageously at an efficient level. He's throwing the ball quicker than anybody in the NFL. Apparently, getting rid of the ball. Everything they're doing is working. You've got all the intermediate stuff with Rashee Rice, and then you've got Hollywood Brown, Tyquan Thornton over top, Xavier Worthy doing his thing. They still can't run the football at all. But the Commanders stink right now. And they stink bad. And so people will look at this win and be like, wow, the Chiefs in a primetime game destroyed the Commanders with Marcus Mariota. I think the Chiefs do it again.
Sure. We saw it last week. They went to the victory formation and pulled starters halfway through the third quarter. They've got embarrassment of riches now with Rashee Rice back. They learned how to play with these wide receivers 3s and 4s and 5s, and now they have a wide receiver 1 and a wide receiver 2 also. So it's embarrassment of riches. Good luck taking any props with the Chiefs because it's just as likely Rashee Rice catches 2 touchdowns as it is Hollywood Brown catches 2. Like, good luck.
Last week it was for sure Rashee Rice anytime touchdown. Like maybe even first.
2. Our boy in the comments called it.
B. McCormick.
No, I think it was.
Where's he at? He must be sleeping. He normally never sleeps.
Chiefs. Why
Chiefs.
not? Gosh. What's the public doing on it? Let's just get some.
That's the question.
Split.
I also want the Packers to lose because if the Niners win and the Packers lose, the Niners are the 1 seed. And everybody's like, it's early. And I'm like, I don't care. I can screenshot that and send it to everybody for a week and be like, we're the best team in the NFC.
Get your banner up.
Exactly. So, and I just have this personal vendetta against the Packers where they get all this praise and they've done nothing. They've accomplished nothing. Nothing.
Well, listen. Okay. Let me sell you on the Packers here. Okay. I get it. You want the banner, week 8, first place. I get it. But what happens when the Texans win? Let's pretend the Texans win. Now,
Very possible.
Packers win or lose, it doesn't affect your banner. Use your brain. Packers win.
I'm waiting for the Jordan Love. Show me anything in any significance of a game that has any ramifications of playoffs or win or go home, and let me see what you do. So he's falling into the Matt Stafford where I like Jordan Love off the field, but on the field, I hate your guts. So respectfully, what do we total points for Green Bay and Pittsburgh? What's the score going to be?
35-31.
Oh, favor of Green Bay?
Yep.
Okay. And then I think
Aaron Rodgers gets the lead and then watches his defense just choke it away.
oh gosh, it'd be hilarious.
Like they kick a field goal. They kick a field goal with like a minute and 57 seconds left, and Jordan Love just goes down. Bop, 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 bop. Touchdown, Packers win.
So I go 31-28, and then boom. There's Jalen Ramsey getting smoked again like he did the other week. Washington versus Kansas City. I think this is going to be like a 34-13 or something. I think the Chiefs.
Yeah, I like it.
I think they're going to call off the
34-14.
Yeah.
34-13. Okay. So they did last week. Believe it. All right. National tight end day. So go through again. Let's look at the teams. Get a round robin. You're going to put Zach Ertz in it. You're going to put Travis Kelce in it. You're going to want to put Janu Smith in it. You're going to put Tucker Kraft in it. You're going to put in Ferguson,
Tyler Warren,
Ingram, Tyler Warren for sure. Skip the Titans. Skip the Saints. Kate Otten, sure.
Goddard,
absolutely, 100%.
Henry,
Kittle, 1,000%. Henry,
Henry,
100%.
Is it Gesicki for the Bengals?
Maybe
Kincaid or Knox. You probably get better.
Yes, Kincaid, 1,000%.
Don't trust any of the Bears
Colston
tight ends.
Loveland?
No. Nope.
Don't trust them.
Don't trust
them. Waller's on the IL. Pitts, get him in there.
Yes. Pitts, you can get
there.
There
You go. Round robin it. Maybe 5-way, 6-way. 15 tight ends scored last year on National Tight End Day. So,
yeah.
Try to get the right 6. Go from there.
Okay. Falcons -7.5 against the Dolphins. Write it down. Bears +6.5 against the Ravens. Panthers +7.5 against the Bills. Bengals -6.5 hosting the Jets. The 49ers +0.5 point at Houston. Patriots -7.5 hosting the Browns. Eagles -7.5 hosting the Giants. Bucks -5.5 at the Saints. Broncos -3.5 hosting the Cowboys. Colts -14.5 hosting the Titans. Packers on the road -3.5 at the Steelers. And then the Chiefs -10.5 taking on the Commanders. There is 12-1. Book it.
There's a tattoo right there. Tramp stamps.
Yes. Yes. And you have the right to be like cussing me if the Niners lose to the Texans. Again, that's my fault. But I won't apologize because they're going to win. So we're going to be fine. Okay. So let's lock it in. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want FUBU.
GG's.
FUBO.
Lock in the Ravens next week, assuming Lamar's back too.
Yes. I'll look at that once we shut her down here. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. That's the card. Welcome.
God, we did it.
We did it. Only thing left is, what was I about to do? Oh, do you have anything else to add?
Ohio State, Penn State in a week. Oh, that will be a electric ass whipping.
It will be so bad.
And for all the people who think Urban Meyer would ever entertain the Penn State job, Urban Meyer was on the sidelines today for the Indiana game, and they commented, "You're awfully close to Kurt Signetti," and he said, and I quote, "We have a Big Ten championship against this guy. I'm just doing a little scouting. He's still a Buckeye. He ain't going anywhere."
I don't know what Penn State's going to do, but I love that Big Noon kickoff's going there, and they're like, "This game right here, we got it penciled in. We got it circled on the calendar, baby. Could be number 2
Well, you
versus
know how
number
that
1."
works?
What?
So all the channels draft weeks, and Fox gets like the first 3 picks. So they pick Ohio State, Michigan, they pick Ohio State, Texas, and then they have that 3rd pick. They go, give me Ohio State, Penn State, like that week.
Yep.
And then they all go around, and NBC got the Penn State, Oregon whiteout, and then who's left? CBS gets to pick one of the weeks, but probably was the Ohio State Washington game was maybe their big one. But so they picked this thing in August, and this number 3 pick was about every first round fantasy pick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
This is
Penn State was number 2, right? Or number 1 in most polls. Some polls.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Nope. Like, damn it, we gotta go.
It's
We gotta go do
Saquon
that.
Barkley in the first round pick. Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode, I think, 320 of Millie Goods Podcast in the Pick'em Show, week 8. JBonez was here. Thank you for coming on. Here's all of our social medias: TikToks, Instagrams, Twitters, Twitch, anywhere you find your podcasts. Good Pods, or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, all those places. Go there, subscribe, leave a rating, leave a review. Numbers are going up. We appreciate it. And we will see you tomorrow night, because we will be back for the recap show tomorrow night. Anything else we got to say? I don't think so. Everybody enjoy your football Sunday. Get some rest, because we don't have a London game this morning, which is kind of nice. But, hey, enjoy the football.